Okay, let me walk you through how to conduct CBT exams offline. So, Edumanager CBT exams can be conducted online, like we've done a video on that. You can refer to our previous video. But this is to show you how to conduct the exam offline. Now, to conduct this exam offline, you need to have a number of things. First of all, your computers, the computers, or any device that the students are going to use to conduct this exam must be in the same network, because one of your system is going to serve as the server. So that singular system is going to serve as the server and is going to have access to the internet, while the rest of the computers don't does not need internet, right? So all those computers have to be in the same network, whether they are connected wirelessly or they are connected through a network router, whichever one, but they should be in the same network. Now, once you have done that, the next thing is now to show you how to set it up, how to set up the Edumanager offline CBT practice application. So with this offline CBT, you can conduct any exam, whether it is students test, continuous assessment, main exam, common entrance, entrance examinations, teachers recruitment, whichever type of exam that you want to conduct, you can actually do it with this application. Now, let me walk you through. For you this to happen, we'll give you a link to the download page of our application, because you're going to download the application for conducting this exam. This application only needs to be installed on that server system that I told you. This server system that all other systems are going to connect to. This server system should be at least 8 gig RAM or more in size. It shouldn't be it should be the most powerful system among your own systems. So when we give you the link, you open the link. The link is something like this. The link is something like this that will be given to you. And once you open it, it takes you to this page where you can now download the app. Just click on this button. You don't need to sign up, you don't need to do it. Just click on download. If it opens anything, just go to um continue anyway and download the application. It doesn't take much to download. It's a big application. It's a big file, about 250 megabytes, but it's important because it will serve you. So once you download the file and save, you can say I've already downloaded it, so I don't need to download again. So once you are done downloading it, you come to your download page where the file is located. I'm going to go to my download page, and then you download and you extract the file. Once you are done, extracting the file, just right click on it and extract. You right click on it and then you extract all, right? It will take some time extracting to this point. It will take some time, but allow it to extract. It will run the extraction and then extract all the files into one folder. Once the extraction is done, you now need to cut or copy that file as it is into your C drive. um I don't know, this the copying can take time, but yeah. So I'll pause this video, and once it is done, I'll come back, right? Okay, so the download is completed, the extraction is completed. You can see the file has been extracted here. So the next thing to do now is to go in and rename this file. The name is very important. Make sure the name is XAMPP only. So you go in here and then rename this file, remove the examiner dash, and then let the name just be XAMPP. Once the name is XAMPP, then you cut or copy, but I always prefer you cut. So you cut the folder and then go to your C drive or your main drive. But look, normally it's the C drive. Go to the C drive, click on it, it opens up, and then you come back here and paste paste the file you have just cut, paste it here, and that folder will now appear here. It's now moving. It will now move the entire folder into this place. Very important. So once you have done that, you are almost done. So the XAMPP has been downloaded and has been set up properly. The next thing now is to start your XAMPP server, because every time you want to run an exam, the XAMPP server should be on. So you click on XAMPP, go to controls, XAMPP control. If you scroll down here, you see XAMPP control. Click on XAMPP control. When XAMPP control opens, it will give you a small box. This is the box that it will give you. Now, for every exam to run, the remember this thing has to be on that your server, that your computer serving as a local server to other computers, right? So open the XAMPP control, click on start, wait for it to start. Look at it, it's loading there. It gets started properly, right? Now go to the next one and click on start, which is MySQL. These are the little things you need to start. Click on this one, wait for it to start, then click on this one as well. It will load up, and then it starts properly. If there is no red message here, if there is a red message here, it means it did not start properly. Then you have But if there is no red message here, it means everything is running perfectly. The Apache is on, the MySQL is on. That is all you need to do. Now, for you, it's now the whole system has been set up. So for you to now conduct an exam, all you need to do is to go to your browser and type this localhost slash CBT slash public public, right? That is all you need to do. We will provide these links to you, but this is what you need to do. Slash public and then click on enter. It takes you straight. It will load up for the first time. This is the first time, so load up a little bit, and then it will take you first to the registration page where you just put in your school details, right? It will load up your registration page where you just put in your school details. Look at it here. If you have already registered, it will show you the login page, but this is just a local registration page. This is different from the online one, the local registration page. So remember, this is happening locally in your system. It does not require internet. That is why you are using localhost. It does not require internet. So when you come here, you now put your school details. It's just anything. So we are using a school called Top Notchers, for example. So the name will be Top Notchers. So Top Notchers Academy, for example, right? So use top notchers for example here, and then you put the email. Now this email can be anything at all, because just it should be an email that you remember, because this is a local email. So I will easily say that you just use something simple like email at um or you can even use your proper email, but you can use any sample email at, let's say, email at localhost.com, right? And then put any password that you can remember. Put any password that you can remember. So I'll put a password that I can remember, right? So, and then the next important thing is your institution code. Now you have to log into your portal. Go back to your Edumanager portal, log in, and use the institution code of your portal to log in, right? Use only the institution code of your own portal to log in. So I'll pause the video here because I'm not going to show you the institution code of this particular school. But you can simply select Edumanager here, right? Go to your own portal and select your institution code, right? So after putting your institution code, you click submit. It takes you here. Just in case you don't know how to get your institution code, just go over here, log into your dashboard on your own school. Log into your dashboard on your school portal at edumanager.ng, and this is the institution code. This is where it is. This code here at the top. This is where you pick your institution code. So log in there and get your institution code. Now, once you are done, once you have logged into your institution with your institution code, simply click on view events. There is no event already, but all events that you have set up. So you before you can even before you start exam, before you start exam on the offline app, you have to go to the online and set up the exam. Set up the exam. I've already shown how you can set up a CBT exam. Go to the CBT event, create an event, so on and so forth, right? You go to the CBT event, you click on new to create an event, right? And so on and so forth. So this event has to be created on the server properly, the way it should be done, and then you can now come back to the offline and do what we call sync event. Sync. It will simply sync the event. It will pull up all the events that you have created, in the main server, because remember this is offline while the other one is online. Okay, so this is a minor issue which will be fixed now. So it's a minor issue. So once you click on the sync events and confirm, it will pull up all the events you have created on your portal. So remember, this is offline and the other one is online. So this is offline. The events here is online. You create the events from the online platform, and then use the sync events to pull all the events down, pull all the events into the system. So once you have done that, once you have pulled the events, you can see all the events here. Now you can now decide whichever one you want to conduct exam on. So whichever one that you want to conduct exam on, what you simply need to do is to come here and click on download, right? Click on download. So download that event, because these the events are just listed, but the exams, the question materials are not pulled in yet. So you only download the one that you need to conduct exam on. So let's say, for example, I want to conduct exam on this one. I'll click on download and then give it small time, because it's going to pull up the data. This exam has 3 subjects, so the students are going to take 3 subjects at once. So it has pulled up the data, and you can see the color of this exam name now is now different. These ones are different, but this one's color is different because it has been downloaded. So once an exam has been downloaded, the next thing is now to conduct the exam, to for students to conduct the exam. So now, on all the systems that are connected to this network, what you simply need to do is to get the IP address of this particular net computer, the IP address. To get the IP address, open any terminal, CMD command prompt from your system, open the command prompt of your system and type ipconfig. So if you type ipconfig, it list out all the addresses. Look for the local address. It's usually 168.192, whatever it is on your own system. Just pick out the address. It could be this. So just pick it out. I can't remember which one it is on this particular system, because this system is not networked to other systems, right? It's not networked to other systems. But if at all anything is to go by, it's probably this one. It's probably this one or this. So I know it's normally 168, but whichever one it is, just put it there, slash CBT slash public. If that is the correct IP address, it will load up. Yeah, so so that is correct, the correct IP address. So once you put it, go to all the computers, go to all other computers that are connected in that network. So I'm going to open, so I'm trying to show you how to conduct the exam now. So to do that, I'll open a new tab to show you how exams are conducted. I'll open a new tab, say a new tab, and then I'll put the address. Now, the IP address that you have copied, remember the IP address that you have copied, then slash CBT slash public, then slash examiner. Examiner is where you conduct the exam. Remember, I copied this IP address by typing ipconfig on the terminal, and it will pull up the addresses. I now use the main one. It says the default switch, that is the Ethernet adapter default switch. That is the one I use this IP address, right? So you come here, type this address, enter, right? Once you type it and enter, it will show you this place where you enter the exam number. But this is not where you conduct the exam. You click on for students, right? You click here for students. It now opens up fully how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to happen. So the event code, you go to your portal, your local portal, look at the event code here. This event code should be given to all the students for them to conduct the exam. So you give them the event code, they go here and key in the event code. Then the next thing is for students to type their student ID. Of course, they know their student ID. You can get their student ID from the portal, from the main portal. Every student should have their student ID. When you go to list students, when you go to all students, you see their event ID by the side. You can print it out and give it to them. Everyone will have their event ID. So you take their event ID. Yeah, right? They take their event ID. Um, let me use this one that is not suspended. So you take their event ID, come back here, and they should type their event ID and type it again. We want to be sure that they don't make mistakes typing their event ID, right? And then they put up their name. They type their name, um, White. So this person's name is White, and the other name is Taurine, Taurine, right? So you put it up like this. Once you put it up like this, and then you click on start. When they click on start, they are going to start the exam. So it loads up, yeah, the exam is up, right? They can write the exams, OBJ. If there is theory, there will be theory there, but there is no theory. That is why it is zero. They write the exams, you click on next, you write your exam, you select your options, you click on next, right? So, the students can easily, they can also use the eight keys, which is N for next, A for option, or B or C, to select the options, right? To select the options, right? And then they click N for next. So if they want to use the short keys, but it's also simple to just click on next button and continue your exam, right? Click on next button, continue your exam. Click on next button. So I'll run it quickly, and they can also, this is literacy, they can switch to numeracy, right? They can switch to this one, and also write, select the answers, write the exam, select the answers, write the exam, select the answers, and then they switch to the next one. Their timer is also moving. National value education, is, write the exam, select the answers, so on and so forth, select the answers, so on and so forth, write the exam. And once they are done with this, as soon as they are done with it, simple, they can now submit, right? They can now submit their results, their exam when they are done. And once they submit, they have it here. Look at it here. Says congratulations, you are done with your exam. And you on your end, as the examiner, can come over here and see that they've conducted the exams. If you click on here, click here, you see one person is here already, right? You see one person is here already. Once they are done with the exams, it is now time to upload. You have to evaluate. Click on evaluate to evaluate their results. That is to assign scores to them, because you have to wait for everybody to be done. Once everybody is done, you now click on evaluate. Once you click on evaluate, it will now assign scores to them. This person scored, right? It's now assigning scores to them, but the result has not been uploaded, because you have to upload it back to the server. Remember, it must be uploaded back to the server, so that is where you get your final result. So where you get your result from the online portal. So once you do that, you push it, and you say upload, right? You click on the upload button, so that the result will now be uploaded back to the server. When you click on it and you hold on, it loads, and then voila, it sends your result back to the server, so that when you now come back to your CBT event, you should be able to see the results. You see their exams, right? When you now come back to the CBT event, you can see the exams. I'm just making an illustration here. So I know. So if this is the exam, you see the exam here. You see the person's score if it has been conducted, but this has not been conducted. So I'm just showing you how it is done. It's a rough way of doing it. So you see their exams. You see their score. This person scored one, as in, yeah, after uploading, and then you can click on details to see the full details. So this is me trying to show you how to conduct this exam offline, so that you don't have to put all your computers on the internet. So imagine you have 50 computers now. All of them doesn't have to be in the internet. Just only focus on the one that you're using as the server. Connect that one to the internet. That one will serve as the link between the server and your local system. Every other system will now have to connect to the existing network that you have. The students will conduct the exams. When they are done, you come back to the local server again and upload the result. Once you upload the result, everybody gets the result, right? It becomes very easy. So I'll drop all the links that you will need to do this. I'll drop it available. I'll make it available. There will be a page on the CBT platform to also explain to you how it is done, with this video attached to it, so that you'll be able to um, conduct CBT exams offline. It saves you a whole lot of stress. It makes things easy. It helps you minimize data consumption, and so on and so forth. Thank you for joining.